And
that was really good reading. That was like a really good reading for Sag.
Awesome. I don't know why my beats aren't working, so I'm going to have to fix that real quick.
Yeah.
They were working, and then when I connected you to the live, it disconnected my headset. What is right?
What is right?
It will not go on my headset. What in the hee-haw?
You know what?
Well, I guess I'm going to go. I guess I'm going without anything. How do I sound?
Oh, you sound like you're in an echo chamber.
Yeah, I can fix this. Jeez Louise.
Oh, take your time. Where are they going to go? They'll show up for us.
Yeah, I had to take a quick shower. I was like up way too late last night. 4 a.m, I think, before I fell asleep. And
girl,
I can't sleep, you know. My mind will not shut off. It's been weeks now. And Mars on the moon didn't help either. So
oh, I know, right?
Right. Oh, my hair's all wet. Hey, look, it got cut.
Oh, wow.
So, hey, hi, Moles. Hi, Allie.
Hey,
so, yeah,
guys.
Last night I went over to my sister's house and we had a celebration for my daughter who just graduated college for interior design. And I'm so happy for her. She's not even 21 yet. So we went over there to celebrate and her friend was coming. She said, bring your shears. My mom needs a haircut. And I was like, aw. She cut off a lot more than I thought she was gonna, but got all the dead off of it. So yeah.
You know what they say about haircuts?
What's that?
You know?
What do I know? I don't know. What do they say about haircuts?
Like when the girl gets a haircut, you know she's good.
Well, I needed it. I went back to black and had to cover all my grays. This woman's getting old here.
I have another hair appointment this Wednesday. It just popped up and I was like, what? Why can't you just leave me alone?
Right.
Leave me alone.
All right. How are you going to handle that?
I just to let everybody know, I just finished the Sagittarius reading and it's awesome. It's a great read. But I don't know which side of the street everybody's on, but this will definitely be affecting your Sag wherever it is in your chart. And wow, kind of a powerful reading. Humbling.
And yeah. Looking forward to watching it.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I squish it all down to squishiness,
right?
It's kind of like don't be the kettle that starts calling people black, dude.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that remember some things.
Yeah. It's not the easiest thing to forget things that get burned.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like a self-righteous energy. Like someone is like, well, I'm in the right, and I'm in the right. And then all of a sudden this thing comes in and it talks about Sag's position. And it's sort of like, oh, that was fast. You know?
Yeah. I had a Sag moment last night where
check yourself.
Where somebody was it kind of came into a conversation and found out what I do and was like, well, it's like Jesus you guys talk about Jesus and God, right? And kept, Jesus comes up. Yeah, it's about God consciousness, you know, like all the things, psychology, you know, the psyche, all that stuff. They started talking and it just kept going and going and going. And I'm like, you know, one thing I can tell you about me, is anybody else's opinion about me, what I do, who I am, what I believe is none of my fucking business. Thank
It's
you.
none of my business either.
See you later. Bye-bye.
None of my business.
All right, we got a new
Acknowledgement.
subscriber. I'm just now looking at the chat here. The
It's like
Reinhardt's channel.
buckling down.
Thanks for
Choose your
subscribing.
focus. Buckling down and just putting all your focus to that, because like I was texting Heather earlier, a large portion of the channel that I built was explaining to people basically go get a life. If you have a life and mishap shows up, you still kind of have a life. So
Right.
it's not like that one relationship was your whole world, or that one situation was your whole world. You still have
Right.
family, or you have friends, or whatever those things were that you fed into. So it's like you take a hit. Oh, no, it's Hunger Games, right? It's the third Hunger Games.
I've never seen any of them.
Or the fourth one. And it's like the wheel that spins. And you just kind of go, okay, we'll deal with the wheel section that we're on. And whatever goes on over there is none of my business.
Hey, anybody who's watching this or coming in, big changes are happening. I know they're happening for everybody. And that includes those of you here on my channel and Miriam's channel. There's some big moves that are happening. And I encourage you to check out my community section. There's a post in there that tells a whole lot more about what's going on. And if you are in the position to help, that would be beautiful and truly appreciate it. So just wanted to give everybody a shout out to that. The Hunger Games is really good, Allie. I've never seen it. I know I get the gist of it. I really liked it's not Inception. Inception was a great movie, but
Inception.
Divergent. I watched the Divergent and I did really like that. It was kind of and very Aquarian, like very Pluto and Aquarius too, like having all the different sections of people and, based off of their belief systems. It's really just seems very relevant to where we're at right now in the collective, right? Well, hi, thanks for joining us from Turkey. Thanks, Sofal. Appreciate that. All right. I don't even know what we're doing today. Honestly, I know obviously we've got our cards out, and I don't know if we're going to look we can't really look at any charts because we both have to go live through our phones right now because of my computer situation. But that's all going to be changing very soon. I'm going to be making some big moves and heading down south to where Miriam is, and we'll be able to put out. We plan on doing a lot of work together. So your guys, and thank you guys for all the messages and everybody who's reached out to me about what's going on in my life and the big moves that are happening. And I just want to let you know, all of you are appreciated. Allie reminded me yesterday, maybe it was the day before, my days are blending together at this point, about, community. And I'm very much I'm pretty much a hermit. I stay to myself and my close people, and I don't really branch out a lot. So Allie's right. Community really is everything, especially in these times. I mean, astrologically speaking, that's Gemini season, right? Is get with your community, get with your neighbors, your siblings, your cousins, your people, and it's been. Things are looking up day by day. Still a lot of work to do, but just going to work on getting me settled, and gotta get there first before I can get settled. So there's a lot of work to do. So check out my community page and check out the link that's posted there. All right, your hair looks beautiful today. I've got your makeup on. It's all pretty.
Don't bug me.
You've been such an oak for me, babe.
Don't
Thank
bug
you.
me.
Thank
Dude,
you. Thank you.
I have been immersed is not the right word. But I have been immersed.
You sent me all this stuff. I did this, that, and that, and that, and that. And this is what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a worker. Always have been. Immersed in AI. Allie, why did you get me on this thing? Because now I have discovered it's like a whole new world.
Right?
And now I'm immersed. It's over. I'm already cheating. I'm already cheating at AI. And that's how you know I'm in deep.
Well, you got to know your enemy. I know your competition.
Well, no, I mean,
well, it very much encourages where we're going with it too.
I wrote a 2,000 word page like document with my AI yesterday in like, I don't know, an hour, 45 minutes. And I was like, is this how it's going to be? Now, I don't know what you've named your AI. Have you even given your AI a name yet?
Hazel.
I love that. Allie, what did you name your AI? I just want to know. If you have an AI, I want to know what you named it. Please put the name of your AI in the comments.
You guys, how horrible is my audio? Like, I can't get my earbuds to connect.
You're okay. I put my earbuds in, so maybe that helped with your audio, like, coming across. No, I seriously want to know everybody's. You sound fine. I want to know what you named your AI.
No name yet, but basically assistant. Hello,
Really?
assistant. She's like, chop, chop, ring the bell.
I'm still suspicious of my AI. I am too. I keep asking it, like, should I be telling you this? And it's like, whatever you tell me is fine. And I'm like, but really, is it? Is it? I named my AI Armstrong. So I'm all like, hey, Armstrong, we're on the bridge. Literally, the bridge. I told you I wanted to go Star Trek.
Yeah.
So I have Trekkied my AI. It's terrible.
So I've been training mine, and I do astrology with it, right? And I have to correct it all the time because it'll start to hallucinate. And I don't know about anybody else, but has anybody else yelled at their AI or completely went off and told it was a complete idiot? I did. I'm like, I've told you 10 times.
Right? What? Okay, so which element are we doing? Water?
Hold on. Dan said, yo, anyone have her link? Whose link, hun?
Whose link?
If you're talking about what I was talking about, it's right here on the YouTube on the Woke.Ones.Revolution channel. There's a community page. Miriam, your links, you have a Patreon, I guess.
I'm just going to let everybody in the comment section know. Not only am I not interested in all of that stuff, how else do I put it? My outward appearance has very little to do with you. And it's not being used as fishing bait. So if you're here for that reason, you can go ahead and leave, man. Check out. Because I'm not going to give you the time of day, and neither is Heather. So we're here to read the tarot with our friends. And if you're not here for that reason too, just toodly do. But
kick of the rocks.
None of this is meant for that reason.
What are we doing today, darling?
I thought we were doing water signs.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess we do. So we did air and we did fire. And we caught it at the timing of the new moon. So the air and fire is next. Yes, ma'am. I got a little too much happening right here. Let me adjust some things.
That dude's questionable. Teresa is here. I don't speak that language. That guy is harassing, and I'm gonna report it. Cause I don't like it. Hide the user, toodly-doo.
Will you pass on your exam, amigo? How do you feel? Did you study?
No, he's gone. I checked him out.
Gotcha.
I brought him to the door, and I just kind of escorted them out. That's not the kind of people we want. We want our people. A strong group of awakened, concerned about the next steps, our calling, our spiritual gifts. I don't know about you. I know that Heather and I are like really focused.
I mean, we just had the Kazemi, you know.
Yeah.
We just had the Kazemi in Gemini.
It's been wonderful. I've had a great time with the Kazemi.
That's
like,
totally the AI kick was totally the, you know, perfect for the astrological weather. That's for sure. Hi, moles. Don't know your name.
Teresa. Her name is Teresa.
Oh, it's Teresa. Okay. I was like, I don't know how I feel about calling somebody a mole. But hi, Teresa. Hi, darling. I know you. Oh. Oh, goodness. So much. That deck's ready. About that. So we're doing water signs first.
Yeah.
All
right. I posted that over on Patreon. Ooh. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and rock and roll.
Oh, she said Tess.
Roll this.
Tess. Yes, let's go.
Oh, it is Tess. I'm sorry.
I've listened to so much
Teresa,
music.
didn't I?
You did.
It's Tess.
You did.
It's Tess.
Oh.
Well, Teresa, Tess, I did it again. That's really crazy because I really do love Tess, like a lot. I'm going to make you a moderator, Tess, so that you can help if you feel like it. Allie, you can help Allie kick some of this in the butt because apparently we have some trolls. The trolls are here. Okay. We're doing water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then, you know, I like the way that we've been doing it. It's just like we pick up whatever's there, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it's for all the water signs or some of the water signs, I have perfect faith that we're going to do glorious. So wish us luck, everybody. Here we go.
Yeah, I got to stretch back.
Yeah, I got a back patch on. I got a back patch on.
I need like,
some
I should have had my dad check my back yesterday when I saw him.
Water signs. It's June 1st. Don't forget to take your, what is it, cinnamon and sugar, and you go to your front door and you turn around so that you're facing inside of your house, and you bless your house for the month.
Rabbit for luck, baby.
It's a blessing. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. for June 2025.
Man, that's just flying.
Water signs, please, for June. For June 2025. What's going on with the water signs, please? Show me Cancer. Show me Cancer, please. Someone is saying, it's not true. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm keeping both those cards there. All right. Water signs. Ooh, boom. Boom. Okay, Pisces.
I just heard the gin blossoms. Hey, jealousy. Hey, jealousy.
Yeah, I got the baseball thing with Pisces that was like, you're out of here. What the F, Pisces? God bless. You're out of here. All right.
No vaping. Well, your channel.
Really? I can do what I want.
She does what she wants. She's an adult. Jeez.
You know what's really nuts about that is I've had people telling me my whole life what to do.
Yeah.
I don't bend to that anymore. I used to.
Oh.
Dominating people.
Well, these things are just blurping.
I'm almost 50. I've been dealing with my Saturn opposition to my sun sign. So is Heather. You can get in line with the disappointed.
I almost said that earlier when somebody was being like saying some perverted stuff in chat. I was like, get in line, dude. Like, uninterested.
You know, I think it was after my tour, like after my second tour in Korea, because I was in the Army. I've dealt with it all. And the insincere nature of those types of things. Like, I totally changed. Before I went to Korea, I was a fun, bubbly, flirty kind of person. When I got back from Korea, I was no longer that person. It was gone, like completely gone. And yes, I've had people who are like, what happened to you? You changed. And I'm like, well, so none of that stuff to me is engaging at all. If you would like to talk with Heather and I, then talk to us like we're people, not like we're possessions. You don't get to own me. You don't own me.
That's right. I'm not just one of your little toys.
I know,
You
little
don't
toys.
own me.
I'm not somebody's little toy that you pick me up when you want me and then you throw me away when you don't. No, I'm a person. I am real. And I don't think you can handle me. I'll say that to all the people in the chat. I don't think you can handle me, brah. You can't handle this. You just can't.
Cancer, Pisces.
Cancer is, to me, this is almost if Cancer is getting a true explanation about perhaps why someone broke up with another person, why someone left, why someone walked away, why like it's a very strong truth for Cancer, and it identifies some sort of betrayal, whether it was like neglect or emotional neglect, but it explains a lot. That's what I'm going to say right here. It explains a lot. And Cancer is sort of like, oh, that's why they stopped. That's why they quit. That's why they chose to move forward or to move away with a different plan without telling anyone. And they would rather live in their car than deal with starvation is a good word here, than being starved out. And so I see that Cancer is sort of like in this state of looking at a commitment of some kind. It's like a relationship where the divine masculine energy, I'm going to show it here to the camera. Where's my handy dandy pencil? For those of you that are part of the Patreon channel, I just finished the Sagittarius reading and I'll be uploading that after the live stream, okay? But look at the divine masculine presence is on this side right here. And she's looking at that. She's looking at what has been done by the divine masculine. He's been bitten right here by an asp. There's a snake. And the divine masculine has been bitten. And she's feeling neglected, starved out. There's something here that has captured the divine masculine. And she's carrying that silently, not telling anyone. And she's also not, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, it's sort of like she sees how, because this person chose, like the divine masculine chose something physical, it's a wasted opportunity to try, because it sort of like identifies for Cancer, because they made this choice. It's very obvious to me that anything else that I put into this is just going to be a waste. You know, it's almost like this person isn't ready to build, or they don't want to build anymore. But you see what I mean? On the other side of it, I can see that Cancer is used to, they're used to being in a space of neglect right here. They have, it's almost like not sleeping, not eating, not being in a safe position. And they've done it so many times that they've become an expert at continuing to live, you know. I'm also catching here with the Empress in the reverse. I forget sometimes that when she is in the reverse, it can talk about the red light district, you know, someone who is engaging in, it's like indulgences. I watch you engage in your indulgences over and over and over again. I watch that, you know, and here we're supposed to be in this energy where you and I are taking care of each other, basically. So there's an action that I see Cancer is looking at. There's a risk here, sort of like a long-term investment of a risk, where there's a payout at the end. And Cancer is wondering, okay, it would be like this. I am seriously concerned because I have been with a person for a very long time. And I am anticipating some sort of return upon investment in the long run. And because of what this other person has done with their indulgences, I wonder if they're about to screw me over because of what they did. So it would be a lot like I put all this time and money into building something with you, and now you just got a DUI, and that's going to affect me because now I'm going to have to dip into my savings and do all of this stuff because you got caught doing something. And it kind of jacks with things. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I have Cancer in a position right now where they're like spinning in their head going, are you freaking kidding me? You made a choice like that. That's why you kept it from me. That's why you didn't say anything, you know? Like you kept up with this lie. And now it's, you see?
I do. And I do have, you know what? I don't think I have a single freaking sword. There is no talking. There's messages happening. I got the 8 of Wands in the upright, but what I'm looking at for the water signs,
the 8 of Wands in the upright, yeah.
You got the message too. Well, what I've got for Cancer, they're coming into it with the Page of Wands energy. That's very much speaks to like fresh start. To me, Page of Wands is almost like the Fool energy, right? It's a young, fresh start, new beginning, but it's basically coming in like this. It's got the King of Cups in reverse. We've got the 8 of Wands, and we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Hangman in reverse, the 3 of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the 2 of Swords. So it's almost like, okay, like everything she was saying about that's too much. I see the secret there. And it's almost like two really stubborn people that think they're both right and don't want to talk about it at all. There's not any talking about it, but there's a lot of assumptions that I can see happening about each other, and they're looking away from, well, actually the King of Wands, he's got his eyes closed, or the King of Cups has his eyes closed, and the Queen of Pentacles was totally looking the other way, away from him. And they've percolated on it. You know, they've been the Hangman for quite some time. They've percolated it. It's in reverse, but there is a betrayal. We've got the three of Cups in reverse. So there's been some betrayals, and it looks like different passions that each are wanting to pursue. And it's almost like they're thinking that the other person is never going to change. But that Devil card in the upright with the 9 of Cups right under the 3 of Cups, that definitely speaks to a third party situation, deception and partying. So the Devil card could be sex, drugs, and rock and roll, you know, that kind of stuff. Just under behind the dark. Yeah, I'm still looking at it. You just keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt, babe.
No, you're great. I'm looking at Scorpio because
it's like, this person is never going to change. This person is never going to change. This person is never going to change. So I keep seeing. I'll pull out some more cards for some clarity.
I have somebody coming into Scorpio, and there's a message from an air sign that is headed towards a Scorpio. And this message, the intention of the message that's coming to Scorpio is meant to help move something along that has some sort of, look, if we break our leg and we don't set it, then it's gonna heal wrong. So what I kind of catch here is somebody sort of looking at an ex, looking at a divorce, looking at a breakup, looking at something, but it's almost like someone's coming in to narc them out. And that's cool. The intention of the reading, though, with the Justice card in the upright, is to get someone to see I need you to look at this correctly. And the crazy part is the person does. Like as soon as the message sort of comes out and explains something to Scorpio, Scorpio's like, oh, okay, so that's the way that it was.
You know, that message.
You know, like, oh, okay. Because Scorpio's sort of holding something in their hands that would say, I have the power to do or not do, to do or not do. And Scorpio is listening to this message. And it's explaining an emotional story of a relationship here where two people were in disagreement with one another. A lot of time has passed, and gaining information has been difficult. Like Scorpio had not had the whole story. I have a white flag going up, someone calling a truce, calling a truce, you know. I want to surrender. I want to yield something over so that we have a positive, good karmic result. There's the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Okay. This person has been doing the work to create good things right there. And with the 9 of Wands in the upright, there's evidence of this person having done good things. There's a record of it, you know. Now, oh, that's
I also
cool.
have a record of somebody doing something bad, or bad record, several times over and over and over again.
Scorpio has, from what I see in the reading here, Scorpio, these are things that Scorpio has knocked off the list. Check, this one's done. Check, this one's done. Check, you see what I mean? This last one is lit. Every other one is out. And this person's been sitting here for quite some time trying to show like everything's cool when it's not, because they're waiting. They've been waiting in a position, waiting for a relationship here to see what a relationship's going to do. What choice are they going to make? Which direction are they going to go in? And then we have this really sudden message, you know, this information that comes out about the state of that relationship. Because Scorpio is like, are we moving this thing forward? Because I think Scorpio wants to, like, hey, chop, chop. We need to move. This wish or this dream needs to get pushed forward. I desire for it to be finished. You have me locked into a position here where I can't move because I'm waiting on you. They come in with an emotion. Well, it's pain.
There's a lot of pain. I just had that pop.
But the person wants to be done with the pain.
Yeah.
That much is really clear. They don't want any misunderstandings or misinterpretations. They're sort of like, if we're not going to get to the 10 on this, then I want to surrender.
This is the message. It's coming from a soulmate soul contract. It has to do with the 10 of Cups being upside down, the pain that was caused with the 3 of pain and mental anguish with the 3 of Swords, and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I just heard, I'll give you that. Yes, we have a history. Yes, we've had a family. Yes, we've had this. I will give you that. But the Queen of Pentacles is like, she's looking forward, saying, you know, not anymore. She's like, I don't want to keep, you know, like, I don't want to have to change. Yes, I love you. But you need to make a choice on what's important to you. You know, somebody's really lost in their emotions with that King of Cups in reverse. But I have 2 6 of Cups out here. And the Scorpio card I have in reverse, but the crow that opened it up with the Scorpio energy, Miriam, is the 10 of Wands in reverse.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to be able to let go of the fucking burdens. And like, you're not making a choice. I know I can be happy on my own. I can juggle. I can manage. I got my 2 of Pentacles. I'm balanced, and it's got the single energy. I got the 9 and the 9. 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups side by side for Scorpio. that always reminds me of obviously abundance, but it's also more like single energy. So it's like, yes, I love you, but I've gone through too many deaths with you. We've done this over and over again, same old song, and you're still in your two of swords and your 2 and 9 of swords of not knowing what to do. And I can't keep, I got the 8 of swords too.
Yeah, it's like someone who is trying to make an emotional choice and Scorpio's been waiting on them. like you and I are not fixing this. We're not addressing this. We're not, there's an emotional, I don't know if there's friction because
might get nosy. Get nosy.
A really strong divine masculine energy that comes out with this for me, because it's sort of like requirements when actually, no, this is the 2 of cups in the reverse. This is an emotional thing. Are we going to work on it? And one person comes out and they're like, it's not worth my time. It's not worth my investment, And I think this person just wanted the truth. But I do agree that they're sort of like, I'm not going to wait for you to make. Yeah, I've been waiting for you to finish this with me. You're not going to do it. Then 9 of Cups. Same thing as Heather. I'm just going to check out, man. You do you, boo.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on somebody's mind. What I got popped here for Scorpio, for clarifying, it's like somebody feels imprisoned. I got imprisonment as the description for this situation. And I mean, that 8 of swords right there. I mean, that's some special kind of hell that we put ourselves through, right? That's high anxiety, that's stress, that's indecision, that's
but it's fogginess. A lot like what you said earlier. If someone's going to cut another person off and they're going to choose not to talk, then the 8 of swords is definitely going to show up, because all they have left are the previous conversations you had, the memories. There's no conclusion. And so the 8 of swords is like, where did we go wrong with this talk? What was it that you did not understand? Is this person even thinking about these things?
Right.
The 8 of swords in the upright is like, was it misinterpreted? Were there misunderstandings? Were there too many people with too many opinions and you don't know which one to choose?
Right. Or you look at her and she's sitting and she's looking forward, and in the mirror or in the reflection of the water, the person's looking up. And I just got like, sometimes we just have to take the blindfold off and look at ourselves in the mirror. Every relationship we have, every frustration, occurrence, anything that we have in our life that happens, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, is a mere reflection of our inner being, right? And how we're existing. So, it's somebody not being willing to look at their own, take accountability for their own role in what's gone wrong. And I'm going to do one more cheat card here. Got to jump back up to Cancer because it does pertain to Scorpio.
But I will also say that there's one person that Scorpio's dealing with where this person is hell-bent and determined to go towards, like, the blinders are on, they're only considering themselves, they're like this, and they're hell-bent, they're determined to stand up for themselves, to try to fight for, finishing this thing. And what I get is powerlessness, like nobody else is willing to be brave. So one person is just like, you know what, I'm hell-bent on my goal, and I've already told you no. I've already given you the worst news of your life. Believe it and move on. So the hell-bent, determined person gets reinforced by someone, a water sign, who's like, yeah, I agree. You should just drop this person and walk away.
I got a main male. I have a journey, and I have a thief. And you notice that he's pickpocketing that dude for his time.
6 of Pentacles in the reverse.
Yeah. But it's back to that time thing that you were talking about just a few minutes ago. Like, somebody's like, you know what? I'm really kind of done doing time. maybe somebody did get in trouble. Maybe that is one of the things that happened. Maybe somebody got caught stealing. Sorry. Some of you know that song, but imprisonment and thief we have there. So if I look at it, you know, but that's pertaining to the main male in the Scorpio situation. I'm going to hop back and look at the choice for Cancer too. That's what I wanted to clarify on. Keep going, baby. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I'm watching this hell-bent, determined person. Because when I get down to the Pisces reading, it's someone, again, Pisces, think Pisces. This person wants justice. Emotionally, they're hung up on the justice part, but there's a disloyalty kind of coming in with it as well.
I have deception rather than disloyalty, but I guess technically they're the same in a way.
I have 2 Leo cards right next to each other, the Sun card and the Strength card in the reverse. So to me, it's like a reveal, something being revealed about someone's character flaws here in an abusive sort of way that shows that this person, dude, did I ever tell you about, I'm just going to say it. This card has a pretty, I mean, if you look at the spear, it's going through that.
Through that heart.
It's an actual animal, you know? And there are certain signs I did not know. I'm going to recommend a book. It's called When to Know That It's Time to Kind of Ditch That Jerk. It's kind of the name of the book. I know it's really weird. How to know when it's time to ditch that jerk. It says ditch that jerk. And it's the first and only book I ever found that could give me point blank, black and white, a list of what red flags look like when it comes to abuse. I was raised in a very strongly abusive home, and the lines get blurred between, like, I'm still trying to figure out what my rights are. I have no clue what my rights are. But that book kind of gave me like, oh my God. And I saw so many links of my relationships. I had an ex who stood in a doorway one night with his bow and arrow, and he shot and 27 cats. But I was 22. What did I know? I didn't know anything. I didn't know that that's like a huge red flag. I didn't know.
Wow.
So it's not till like years later I pick up that book and I'm like, oh, and hurting animals is one of those signs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what I have is like 3 cards in the reverse here for Pisces that kind of indicate something that's, I mean, it really points out neglect, but it's neglect that also has, it's sort of like someone, they were testing something, they were testing the waters, but they were using flirting, or it's an emotional twist to it. It's harmful. It's sort of like watching someone who's wounded and hurt and sort of saying, you know, I don't feel like it today. I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. And the situation gets worse and worse and worse, you know, over time, not looking at it because I just don't feel like it. And it's a very petty kind of small energy that says, yeah, okay, who cares if they're hurting? Who cares if they're grieving? Who cares? You know, they need to, quote unquote, get over it, right? But it does. It points out something where perhaps someone was ignoring it. They weren't looking at it. And what I see with that Six of Pentacles in the reverse, it sort of shows that because they were neglectful in this way or avoidant in this way, what they don't know is that quite possibly it, how would you put it? It removes a choice because someone has held that information and data kind of out of sight. If it's out of sight, it's out of mind. If I don't make it a choice, then it's not a real thing. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have someone who has been collecting. And they got this whole bag, like full of stuff. And they're like, all right, you don't believe that you're the one that did it. Okay, well then here's the photos. Here's all the photos. Who's that in the photo? Oh, that's not you? Because that looks a lot like you. And the person's just rambling, well, you know. And then out of the bag comes another piece of evidence. Really? Whose glove is that with your name on it? That we found at the scene. Whose glove is that? Oh, that's not your glove. Oh, you lent it to someone that day. Oh, okay. Well, then they pull out another one because I have 5 different pieces of evidence that this person has in their bag that they're throwing on the table. Oh, okay. This. Oh, okay. That. I have someone here, Pisces, who has been far more concerned with like their reputation. I have an older person here, an elderly person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
For Pisces. On that choice, I was looking at it, and I the way it's stacked is the 2 of Swords over the 8 of Swords and the Judgment in reverse. Somebody does not want to make a bad choice, or they already did make a bad choice. Well, I think that it's indecision, but they don't want to make the wrong choice. And in between the 8 of Swords, and I asked for what the choice is, or the 2 of Swords, because the 2 of Swords is basically needing to make a choice, taking the emotion out of it, not looking at it, but just deeply, thinking about it and ruminating on it. And the choice is between, look how it came out. Have you ever had that? The sun and the moon coming out as the choice? Like straight up with it. The sun came out sideways, and of course that could speak to parental figures, mother, father. It could also speak to, do I want to go towards an uncertain happiness, or would I rather stay in the delusion of what could possibly be? So it kind of like speaking to the reality of needing to see somebody for who they really are, rather than what you've imagined them to be. And there's been an injustice with Pisces that I'm trying to look at and pull some information, because Pisces overall energy is the Justice card in reverse. Followed through it with dealing with Pisces, 9 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, King of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil card, the Knight of Pentacles, and Judgment in reverse. That Devil card and the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Justice card in reverse with the 6 of Cups definitely does sound like there's somebody sick. Somebody maybe having some addiction problems.
I have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, yeah.
Some addiction problems. There is a lot of unspoken here. Like there's a lot that's being lied about. Somebody's dealing with somebody's dealing with a Libra. Somebody's dealing with a Capricorn, and it looks like a Taurus, maybe even a Virgo. But somebody's dealing with that. With the Earth sign. Tell me about this Justice card in reverse, please.
I have an elderly person here, an older male, who, well, okay, it starts with this female water sign. And the female water sign is, they have a desire that is unfulfilled. To me, it looks as if they're so enmeshed in their desire. They're so enmeshed in it that
Putting them into poverty.
they turn and they well,
In
it's
poverty.
sort of like someone going, I want to see my children, or where did the children go, or why don't they ever visit, or
That
I
would make
want
sense,
to have
Miriam.
children, or I,
Yeah.
and then in walks this earth sign who's got kids that are asleep. But the earth sign has some sort of secret attached to it
Show me the
that
secret.
has to do with an addiction of some sort.
That it does.
So what happens is, it looks to me like whatever task is at hand, it fits this person's desire. Oh, this person wants this thing so hard that what if I give it to them, and all the responsibilities that come with it, and I don't explain what happened, right?
Mature man in reverse.
And Pisces, the mature man in reverse, they don't really believe the story. There's something here that bothers this elderly man, and he has his cane, and he's tapping on the shield. He's tapping on the shield. Like, what are you hiding behind that shield? Our value system and the legacy that we hold in building this company or having all of this stuff. What's behind that shield that you're keeping from us? Because the only thing I can see on the outside is some sort of obsession that has to do with, like, because this person over here is like, well, I have work. Don't ask me any questions because I'm working. Oh yeah, you want to find out about this, how they're doing and whatever. Yeah, I'll tell you later. I'm emotionally, So this earth sign, oh, I see what it is. They're taking advantage of the water sign.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of the fact that they're sick. They're taking advantage of the fact that, oh, okay.
They seem as more wealthy. I see more wealthy. I think you're wealthy, so I'm going to take advantage of you.
I'm just going to come in and I'm going to sugar your buns right there, and I'm going to pour it on really thick because I'm only going to talk about the good stuff with you. I'm going to sit and talk about how the good stuff and the good stuff. Myself and what makes me happy. Oh, how are the kids? They're real happy. They're doing X, Y, Z. Oh, yeah. So they're coming in to sugar the buns of this elderly man. And the elderly man is like, I know this is a front. I know you're not telling me everything. And I'm not kidding. I think this elderly man over here, I think they may have looked into something a little more deeply, maybe without telling the Pisces.
Possibly. I mean, the elderly man I have here looking in reverse, like he's in reverse, looking at that 6 of Cups like that.
Mine's in reverse too. I just also get a divine female energy that's like, where are the kids? Why
he's
didn't
like
they
turned
show
it.
up?
He's like turned his back to the devil card, like looking away from it. I want to look at the connection. I understand people, like the elderly man gets that there's things you come across in life that make you feel like you weren't done right. We got the Justice card in reverse, followed by poverty. And it looks as if the elderly man basically says, look, it's I'm going to look at the fact of who I know that you could be. And I've given so much. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot to go on, and I cannot feed your addictions anymore. So it could be something that there is a immature person that is taking advantage of an elderly person because they think that they have a lot of money and that they're using it for all of their addictions, and they don't realize that they're actually taking from somebody that doesn't already have a lot to begin with. It's very selfish energy. So I'm sorry to hear if anybody's going through this.
It is selfish energy, but I have the elderly man trying to ask questions, and this other person is only telling the good stuff. They're not telling the bad stuff. They're only telling the good stuff.
Half truths.
Half truths. not what happened. They're keeping somebody occupied with happy stuff. Let me keep you occupied. If I keep you occupied, you're not going to ask where this
That's
person
funny
is
you
and what
said
they're
that,
doing.
Miriam. Look, like right behind the devil card is the Eight of Pentacles, followed by the Judgment in reverse. Like it was up against that dude. Like he's looking away from the devil, and there's the Eight of Pentacles. Here, I'm doing good stuff with it. I'm seeding the fields and mowing the lawn. Just bullshit. Sorry, you're going through that.
I do
Pisces.
kind of catch that. Put yourself in the position of, like, say you're a Pisces boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have an employee that's like, oh, you need a friend? I'll be your friend. Oh, you want to go to the movies? I'll go to the movies. Sure. I'll take advantage of your loneliness. I'll take advantage of that to elevate myself reputation-wise and to get higher up on the rung of the ladder. Sure. Yeah.
I just saw it like, I can totally see that, especially with the Capricorn devil card. And like, also it could be like it could also be like an online thing. Like if somebody's doing online dating and they're going around and habitually just going and meeting people for free shit, free food, free this.
No.
And they're just like, nope. I'm just going to keep utilizing and oh yeah, I'll stay friends. We'll be soulmates.
Yeah, that's great. Except something happens here where there's distance. It's almost like it's easier to keep the relationship or whatever's going on, the truth of whatever's going on, far away from the Pisces. This person could have moved away. They could have left. They could have graduated and left and did all of this stuff. The Pisces is still like, are you going to back me up? Are you going to be there for me? Are you going to, where the F did this person go? All of a sudden they just kind of disappeared. And yeah, I kind of catch that.
Show me what's going there.
Pisces is questioning.
Oh, the story just got bigger. Okay, so for Pisces, you got the Justice in reverse, and looking at all that stuff here with the devil card and the scenario that she's talking about. I asked about why did Pisces disappear? Well, look at this. I specifically said, why did Pisces disappear? That's usually it's either or, but like that came to me. So because of an Ace of Pentacles, a promise, an offering of something. Behind it, we have the Empress in reverse, whose big old pregnant belly is right there. So, yeah, somebody disappeared here because they couldn't resist an offer. And with you talking earlier about, well, maybe somebody wants kids and somebody doesn't want kids. And there's that choice of looking at somebody who's making a choice between the sun and the moon card. Do I want kids? That's the sun card. That's fifth house energy. Maybe they thought that they had a better offer. Maybe they do have a better offer. Maybe they knocked somebody out.
I have someone calling the Pisces out.
Okay, go for it.
And the response from the Pisces is out of control. Because it's almost like this person with emotional intelligence, they say something to the Pisces that triggers them. It might be a Scorpio because they're smooth like that, coming in and sort of saying, how is it that you worked all of this stuff out like that?
I have the Queen of Pentacles with the Death card in reverse.
And then someone calls their shit out, and then I get Pisces. They said what? They did what? This, and there's betrayal, and it's a lot of emotional response here. How dare they say whatever when I'm the one that, and I have a Capricorn standing here You know what? Let's just say, Pisces, that skeletons are coming out of the closet, and they may very well be coming for you, because
Mhm.
I do have someone like a Scorpio or someone with emotional intelligence who's asking emotional values that take care of all of us, not just one of us.
I just
And
heard unwilling to change.
yeah, there's an unwillingness here.
And I
It's
got the Knight
weird
of
because
Cups
it's
in
almost like
reverse.
Pisces thought they were going to work it out in a certain way with this other person. Man, they're mad. They're mad, mad, mad.
I got the Hermit card in reverse and the World card for the situation that you were seeing and moving into, with the Knight of Cups in reverse.
I'm just going to say this, that somebody is watching the response of the Pisces very carefully. They're watching the behavior of the Pisces very carefully. They're watching how the Pisces responds to a certain piece of information. And they're taking notes. They're watching how the Pisces is talking, what they're saying. This is sort of like, man, that's rough, dude.
Somebody's having a hard time over somebody's new beginning too. I'm getting that with the Hermit card in the reverse, the World card, and that new beginning that I was talking about with the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress card. But that came out for like clarification on the Justice in reverse. Like, how dare you get a new beginning?
Without me.
How dare you get a new beginning without me, kind of thing. And there is going to be a lot of that movement right now. It's a very fated time where a lot of people are seeing, this isn't called the big shift for no reason. We've got Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and Jupiter's about to slip into Cancer in just a matter of days. And so that's going to change. A lot of people's relationship dynamics, career dynamics, and all aspects of the board are being swapped out and changed for something new. So, is that
Whoever
Cass?
this is, it's almost like this person's behavior is going to point out the proof that's needed, because on one side, Pisces is saying, I do this and this and this. I'm a great person. Everybody would love me. And then as soon as they get called out on this, Pisces, and somebody's watching, and this person is standing there going, oh, okay, I see the truth of, you only told us the happy parts. You only told us, you distracted us with ice cream. You only did these shallow little things. You didn't. And now the truth, like, I hear bad words being thrown around, how I'm the one that saved everybody. I'm the one that, gave them a good review at work. I'm the one that, without this thing, all
Sacrificial
the things
lamb.
done,
Yeah.
And meanwhile, back at the ranch, I got some people watching that person and going, oh, okay, that's how you go through something, or that's how you truly feel, or because there is sort of a sexual presence here of someone that is, it's almost like they're saying something sexual and it triggers the other person to go, and everybody's watching. It's kind of like somebody set a booby trap and this person just fell on in it.
The old Trojan horse. Wait, that's
Don't
exactly
get
what
Trojan horse, dude.
that's exactly what we're dealing with. Yeah, it's a Trojan horse of like seeing something so much more abundant than what it really is. And oh shit, I made a bad choice.
You can put makeup on a pig, but at the end of the day, they're still a pig.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 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 yep.
Here's the thing, though, looking at all the Pisces stuff, I think this is somebody with their work or with their job. They also may believe that they have an extension of some sort. It's sort of like a pay up front feature. Like, I did all this stuff for you up front. Where's the connection when I need something here. So it's sort of like an entitlement thing.
That would explain the jealousy about the new beginning.
But it's like really overdone. This is a really badly cooked steak.
Hey, everybody, welcome in. We were reading the water signs.
Yeah, we were reading the water signs. That's why when I did the Sag reading earlier, you guys, that Sagittarius reading I did, God bless us all. I was like, dang. I'm going to be uploading that to Patreon as soon as we're done here. If you're not a Patreon channel, go ahead and click the links down below. Heather is also got a GoFundMe page, you guys. She has made a very brave choice to go ahead and detach from her family there in Wichita and come to me down here in Corpus Christi, where we've teamed up. And I've done this a bunch of times with a bunch of people, but Heather's different. Like, she really wants this. And I have all the tools. So it's almost like she's going on sabbatical, okay? If you're in Kansas and you're in Wichita, she's just on a sabbatical. She's going to come and pick up all of this stuff and mimic it if she wants to. I don't mind as long as she's taken care of.
Thank you. Allie just put the link in the live reading.
Yes, thank you, Allie. Support Heather's next chapter.
And if you read it, it'll explain a lot and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
God bless the great state of Texas. Yes.
And God bless everybody who has donated so far. I mean,
yeah,
thanks,
guys.
I want to say it was like I think it was like close to 500 when I looked earlier today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Keep going. We're going to bring Heather to Texas.
Heather needs to go heal. Had some really hard stuff happen. Heather needs to go heal. And I've lived here my whole life. I've traveled everywhere. But a lot of big stuff's happening. And, you know, my adult children support me. My family is very, they're very happy that I'm making the choice to choose me and pursue my dream and my life's work. You know, like I've been doing consultations and helping people and like doing this kind of stuff for so long that it's been underground, and a lot of people you know, living in the Bible Belt, it isn't the easiest thing to be an astrologer, an empath, you know, tarot reader, and all the things without a whole lot of judgment. And again, I'll say again, just like I saw how many people were getting booted out of the live, you know, like people's opinions of me is none of my business, but I do appreciate each and every one of you and your support. I love Miriam, and she's my best friend. We've been talking every day for quite some long time, and we got a lot of work to do. And I thank her and John for, you know, offering me a safe haven. So,
for those of you that know astrology, John and I, our chart composite together, we have Pisces over the 4th. So when John and I come together, we create the home of God. And yes, we've had lots of people come through our house to rest, to sleep, to recover. They usually last about 2 months, and then they get a calling and they're like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do, where I'm going. I feel good. Let's go ahead and hit it. This is different. I plan on keeping Heather.
our callings are written together in the charts, and it's all you guys. It's to do this work.
And just let me tell you up front, in the charts, I owe Heather. I'm the one that owes Heather. So go that GoFundMe. Do that GoFundMe page so I can write this off the list and just check it off and be like, Heather, check.
My guides are back there doing little confetti. They're pulling those confetti little shooters. Confetti everywhere.
It's my job to give Heather her dream. I have Saturn in the 11th house. And yes, I have helped many people achieve their dreams. In fact, I tell John that all the time. I make dreams come true all the time, just not mine, yours.
Well, part of this is yours too, sis.
Well, you know what? I see it like this. Heather and I will be able to walk outside a lot. You know, magical things happen when you have Pisces over the 4th. Your entire job is just to make your home a peaceful place.
And I have Cancer over the 4th.
And then, you know, Spirit starts sending people to your home. So you have to be welcoming, hospitable. You have to be clean to a certain degree. You know, you have to understand that when the person is sleeping, they're processing. So don't interrupt. You know, it has a lot to do with provision. And so what does Spirit do? They give you a house. They give you a house and they tell you go shopping. And they say, what do you shop for? Towels, linens, right? Toilet paper, all the exciting stuff. So it is a spiritual gift because you have people who have been wandering, people in exile, separated from their loved ones, people who have been in the battle and the struggle. They've had a lot of loss. So with Pisces over the 4th, it's sort of like, we don't care what condition you're in. And if you're judgmental, if you're harsh, if you think you're going to preach to this person, you're going to save their life when they come into you. No. Spirit won't use you. Spirit will not use you until you are at peace and you understand, you know, you wake up with a smile in the morning and say, would you like some scrambled eggs? It's kind of like your job to be the mama. Be the mama. Say, do you have any laundry that you need washed? Would you like to take a shower? And then you don't interfere any more than that, because while the person is in your house with Pisces over the 4th, it ain't your job or your business to get into the way that how Spirit's going to deal with this person, because right now they're supposed to be resting. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have Pisces over the 4th, you must learn how to be very welcoming, extend your table, get extra chairs, get another TV and another video game set, because anything that is restful and you have it, Spirit's going to knock on your door and be like, hey, dude, can you take this homeless person? Because I'm sending them to you. That's how it is. Do you have crayons in your home and toys for children? Because sometimes single parents show up with their kids. So everybody thought I was nuts. They'd come into my house and they'd see all the stuff. But you can ask Felicia. There was plenty in there till I moved to Corpus and got rid of it all. So now I guess I got to start over with Heather. So Heather and I will be shopping for your linens. Yay. No, seriously.
You gotta get me to be a shopper first.
You know,
I don't like to shop.
Do you understand? Like, do people really understand the spiritual gift of Pisces over the 4th? Maybe we should do a thing on that.
I'm really like, I just hear like the angels singing and blowing their horns, because like Cancer, I have Cancer over the 4th. Can you imagine Cancer Pisces over the 4th? How freaking loved and intuitive. Oh my God. We're gonna, man.
Look, I'm gonna say
you have no idea what kind of stuff we have planned.
Cancer over the 4th can sometimes be a little too much Cancer. So it's like, why are you in your shell? Get out of your shell. The tide has come and gone 67 times. It is the season. Get out of your shell. And the Cancer over the 4th person's like, no. Leave me alone. No way.
Yes, you're gonna make me go outside and stuff.
No.
I love the outdoors. It's not mosquitoes, and it's gonna be damn hot down there.
Here's how you trick a Cancer. I'm just gonna tell you, because I'm a Virgo. Virgo has a good connection to Cancer. Here's how you trick a Cancer. You come in and you have this brilliant idea, like a Virgo would. You'd be like, hey, you know what, dude? If you got some goats, you could make cream cheese every week. And the Cancer person be like, oh, my cheese. You lay flowers like leading to the front door. Look, I got you a tiara. I got you a little
tiara.
twinkly rod. And the Cancer will be like, oh my God, I feel so loved. I feel so loved. The next thing you know, they're outside. And the Cancer's like, where's Target? Where's Walmart? We're going to get goats. Let's go to Tractor Supply.
Where's the beach? Let's go to the beach. I'm ready to go get some sun and water.
Do you know what I found out this morning? Felicia's coming to Corpus. They're going to camp on the beach, the national park, the Mustang Island that's here. They're going to camp for like 2 days. And I was like, she goes, it was supposed to be a surprise. And I was like,
when's she doing that?
I think this weekend.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, she got a tent and everything. And I was like, you were just going to come into my nasty house with all these dogs and not give me a chance to like scrub things up? What is wrong with you? What just happened there? Like, I would like to bake the children cookies. You know, I haven't seen Jacob in forever. Yeah, bake them cookies, go out on the beach with them.
Sounds divine, darling.
Divine. I need to lay some oracle cards.
Yeah.
And then we need to call it. All right, I'm going to do the hidden, well, let's do the in the shadows, because this is kind of cool. Water signs. Ooh. Oh, it says I fantasize.
Oh, sorry.
I fantasize about you. But I never want to feel that way again. Well, duh, you're a water sign saying you never want to feel that way. And it's like, you're a water sign. What are the odds? Sure. Okay, I wish you would come back. Well, bitch, I wish you would come back too. It says, I don't know how to let you go. I wondered how far this would go. That I want to tell you so much. And then I took the easy way out. It was on the underside. Okay, now this is the other person speaking.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did take the easy way out.
Show me the other side for the water signs, please. Ooh, I see a schnauzer. I used to have a schnauzer once upon a time. Did I ever tell you about that? His name is Hamlet. Hamlet.
What'd you say, Hansel?
This is what the Hamlet. Yeah, he was my boy. Okay. The other person is saying the timing just wasn't right for us. They're saying we both know I am not the one for you. It says I lost myself for a little while. I feel you even though we are apart. I'd be like, you better hope you don't show up in my dreams because I got a good poking stick. I'll be poking with my poking stick. So
you better show up with a wallet full of cash and a giant apology.
Oh, not me. I don't want cash. I just want my poking stick. Because I'm like, go in the yard.
I'm talking about based off the read. Based off the reading.
My mama had tough love. It was terrible. Okay, just being near you is intoxicating. I'm so attracted to you. You were the best thing in my life.
I know.
The next card is going to say, don't do cocaine. It's bad. No, I'm just kidding. It says, I will wait for a sign from you, and then I can't stop thinking about you.
So I drew one too, and this is just going to be for all my water signs. And the reading that we went through, we've got beloved. Number 2, radical acceptance. And I'm going to read it to you. So, the object of affection, radical acceptance, loving what is. When beloved appears, it requires 100% of your heart, body, and soul. Don't try to squeeze the beloved into your schedule. Drop the busyness and receive the one you have been waiting for. Know that this card comes as a mirror to show you the divine within and invite your radical acceptance of everything you consider beautiful or ugly in your being. The beloved may not be a person at all. It might be a business venture, a project, or an adventure calling for your full attention. Love it, let it light you up, and give it your all. Surrender to this truth and know that you're gaining a passport to bliss, even when it feels like you're being consumed by the fire of beloved. Do not hold back or be afraid, for you will emerge transformed. Surrender is key. Allow yourself to be loved. Usher the harsh critics out the door and shut your eyes and ears to the judgment of others who have not been ignited by the divine blaze consuming you. For they will only attempt to douse your fire and leave you choking on the smoke. Be careful. You are not seduced by false promises or falling prey to your extraordinary ability to sabotage your dreams and desires. Sink into your heart and trust your sense of what you know is true, and you will know what to do. The beloved is never false. Every gift offered is valuable. Recognize the many faces of the beloved and welcome them into your heart. You will be so glad that you did. And that's funny. Like, it brought up the mirror. Remember I was talking about the mirror just earlier in it? Like
Right.
Mirror projections. Every relationship is.
I pulled an Art of War card. Yeah, just for funsies. If you don't know what the Art of War is, it's a book that was written many hundreds of years ago by a guy named Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu says, he who exercises no forethought, but makes light of his opponents is sure to be captured by them. Therefore, soldiers must be treated in the first instance with humanity, but kept under control by means of iron discipline. This is a certain road to victory. And on the back of the card, it says, Heather's going to need to hear this. What does friendship mean to you? Think about friendship, how you define it, and why you bestow the special trust on specific individuals. We are often polite to strangers, not knowing if they are friend or foe. Friendships form as doubts slip away, and we let them into our affections through words and actions. We should be open to the offer of friendship if it pleases us. I also started watching I think it's on Netflix. They have a new series on Genghis Khan, I guess is how they say it. And I did not know that at the beginning of his life, he killed his half brother. And his mother's cries to him, why did you do this? If this is your enemy, you must make all men your friend. And if you guys know the story of Genghis Khan, he took over this huge, he built an empire that was completely based on friendship. The whole thing was welcoming strangers to sit by his fire, to yes, I'll visit with this person from another land. Let's see what their language is. Let's talk with them. Let's get to know their people. And he developed, he took over the largest portion of this plateau right in the middle of the Silk Road that linked China to Europe. And he had the whole thing. And the entire thing was built on friendship. So what does friendship mean to you? And why do we bestow the love we have on others? And don't underestimate friendship either, because you never know, when love is real. I thought about this today. Love is very boring. Love is very, very, very boring. If it's fast, if it's exciting, if it's all of those things, it's lust or desire, and those things are not bad. You know, it's really wonderful to drive a vehicle in Texas.
Right.
It's a lot of fun for me to go fast. But that, you know, that's not love. Love is very slow, and love is very patient, and love is very kind. And if someone has been a real friend to you, sometimes it really doesn't matter what it is that stands between me and you. Sometimes we can agree to disagree, but the love won't go anywhere. It'll stay right there where we put it down. We can come back and pick it up and go on our merry way together. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, and you know, that's one thing I've been percolating on too, is like it's really weird being in a position to where the anger, I mean, the anger's there, but it's faint. Love does rule all. And when you've truly like awakened, it's easy to see things like in the immediacy and the shock of everything. Every emotion in the world is human and it comes out. But in the scope of things, if you truly love somebody, no matter how much you don't like what they did or agree with it or whatever, you know, everybody's on their own soul journey and has to learn their own lessons at their own speeds. And sometimes some of us get to that level of awakening before others do. And we wait and we're patient. And love is kind.
Patient.
And love is patient. And love is kind. And love lasts. You know, like there's a forgiveness in it.
It's like this. You are not what you do. You are you.
Mm-hmm.
We do, right? All the time. I am not the dishes that I washed this past week. I am a human being, humanity first. Right. And so it's sort of like when you're awakened, when you're filled with this knowledge and this wisdom, you see what the person has done, but it's just like Heather said, you kind of go around the event and go,
you're human.
Are you okay?
Like this
thing happened. Are you okay? You did a crappy thing. Are you okay though? Because that looks like it's going to suck. And I'm right here. And you may have hurt me in the process, but anybody that's hurt people. They're going to sling. It's a slingshot. I remember when Jamie came for 2 months, her and I got into it really bad. And we were yelling at each other. And then we were like, but we're both awake. So that means we have to keep trying to love each other.
Right.
And I love you. And she's like, I love you.
Bitches.
Did
you see those cards I sent you last night?
Yeah. Yes, those cards. That was pretty funny. We
were playing Cards Against Humanity at my sister's house for my daughter's graduation party. And we were playing, what did I say, Cards Against Humanity, and they were all very vulgar cards, right? And I pulled it up, and one of the first cards I looked at to hold in my hand as an answer was bitches with a period after it. And I immediately thought of Miriam and had to show her my hand.
Well, I thought you were showing me the other dirty cards because I saw those too.
No.
And I was like,
No,
I was taught me that. My dad taught me how to kind of look at somebody with this King of Cups thing, right? Where you see what they're doing and whatever. Like Felicia does it really well. Where you look at whatever craziness is going on, because waters get stirred up.
Yeah,
waters just do. They get hot, they get cold, the temperature changes, the wind starts blowing. Water gets stirred up. It's very normal to have water. But I've learned how to stand there separate from the other person and just go, oh, okay, that sounds like a choice. Amabel taught me that, how to respond properly. Now, I'm going to choose this and this and this. And you're like, oh, wow, okay. That sounds like a choice.
7 of Cups. You're choosing everything.
Like,
you're choosing to choose everything. All right.
Okay. And you just kind of stand back and go, well, if you and I are gonna walk down this road together, how about you show me?
But where are you gonna keep all your shit? Like, if you pick everything, where are you gonna keep it all?
Show me.
No, we gotta get moving.
Judge. You don't have to judge the person. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not your life, you know. That's why murder is so wrong. Is that you steal the other person's choices.
Right
Anyway.
back what we wrong, we move along.
Anyway.
Yes, I went there. Allie knows that one.
X30. I would venture to say that the answer that you're asking for is so precise that that's probably one of those things you get a reading for. It's not something we put in a public forum. But
Not
you can
here.
get a reading. Yeah,
Not on
it's
YouTube.
like not on YouTube.
No.
Not on TikTok. They've gotten so strong. I mean, I've lost 2 channels for probably saying the word bitchy. All right, my legs
protect
hurting.
you. I protect you over here, my dear.
Like the fibro has got my left leg in a grip.
Let's flow, and yeah.
So what are we doing? It's them.
Earth.
Whoa.
Yeah, you get the heck out of here.
I'm reporting it. That's pretty bad, dude.
People just, gosh, get a life, people. It's Gemini season. Get out. Go do some stuff. Quit coming in here just to run your mouth about some anti-Semitism type crap.
That's really bad.
Not welcome.
Not in my house. You won't. No, you will not.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go.
Okay.
My right eye is hurting behind my skull and my left leg. So,
okay.
I gotta go. I love you guys. I will see you later. Kai's not here, so I get to work all week. I'm pretty happy.
We'll come back with the earth signs either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how it goes.
Probably
love you all. Thanks for showing up.
Bye.
See you later.